Hey guys, it's me again. Today we're going to be reviewing the Plouise palette. I'm going to go through everything with you guys. This is going to be my first impressions on it. I've been able to create this look for you. I hope you enjoy it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Okay guys, so excuse the no makeup. I've already done my brows and my eyeshadow base, which was the Maybelline what was it? The Eraser Eye Concealer. I'm just going to skip all the talking and everything because we all know what we're here for, and that is the Plouise palette. So I was lucky enough to be able to get a ticket to go to her event on Sunday the 14th of January, I think it was, and that was in Manchester. It was absolutely amazing, and I've been waiting for this palette for so long, because if any one of my inspirations created a palette, it would have had to have been Plouise, because she is so talented. She's an absolute boss. She's so good at everything she does. She's built this business from absolutely nothing. You know, she wasn't handed anything, and I love that about her. This palette is absolutely beautiful. All the colours in there I would 100% use. The palette has got a sleeve, so it comes in this little component. I did see a lot of people complaining online that their palette didn't shut, or it was like hanging open a little bit, which mine is quite alright actually. But guys, this is why it comes with a sleeve. Like, let's not complain about things that can be solved very quickly and very easily. So the inside of it looks like this. If I'm honest, I don't think I could say that I wouldn't use any of these shades. They're all so versatile. You could create so many different looks with this one palette, even though all the colours cooperate with each other, and they are all very similar. Like, I know we've got a couple of the red, like the darker red shades. We've got a couple of the dark colours, and then this little side which has got all the light colours, but people need to understand that this is a warm palette, so there is going to be a restriction to how many things you can do with it, but that doesn't mean to say that you can't do a lot of things. You know, yeah, you're not going to be able to create a blue eyeshadow look with this, you're not going to be able to create like a cool toned eyeshadow look with this, because it's not a cool toned palette. To see for yourself, you do need to get this palette, because every single one of the shades has a completely different consistency. What I found was that the reds and the darker colours almost felt like they were foiled, like they felt a little bit more rough than the other shadows, but I think that might be because of the ingredients and everything that goes in there to make the colours what they are. I know Paige said that she found it so difficult to create like a real apple red. And I know that this is going to be useful to so many artists, because there are so little palettes out there that have these bright colours that are true to that colour in the pan when you put it on your eyelid. So I'm really excited to have a play with these. This eye look today is going to be a recreation of the look I saw at the demo at the actual palette launch. So it's basically like an orange toned cut crease with a bit of a twist. I'll show you how all the colours go and what I think of them as I go along, but yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So I'm firstly going to go in with Plouise, which is the orange transition shade in the palette. I know she created this because she always uses an orange as a transition, and it always builds the other colours on top so nicely. So even when I'm picking this up, there's so much pigment coming off of it. There's hardly any fallout, but I know she wanted like a one dip process where you don't have to keep going in to find the pigment. Okay, so right off the bat, that's so soft. I feel like this is going to take hardly any work to blend out. I'm going to start filming with this eye because this is a little bit easier for me to do. So what I'm actually going to do with this look is pull this out towards the side, what they created was like a more winged out eyeshadow look with a cut crease right in the middle. So this is going to be coming sort of up and then out. It's just going to flick out like a bit of a wave. So then the second colour I'm going to go in with, which is what they went in with at the event, is Sunkissed, which is this darker orange. And I'm going to go in with my Morphe M330. And I'm just following the same shape, but lower down. Oh my god. That's so strong. I'm now going to go in with Latte, which is the lightest brown in the palette. It's got a little bit of kickback, but nothing that would bother me anyway. I'm just going to go lower. Wow, that's a nice brown. And then with no excess product, I'm just going to go back in with the brush I used for the darker orange and just help fade that brown out a little bit more using a really, really light motion. At this point, it's going to be looking a little bit crazy, but don't worry, everything's going to come together, just trust me on that one. But first what I'm going to do is go back with the concealer that I used to carve my brows out and on my eye base. And I'm just gonna do my concealer underneath my eyes just so we can tie all the shadow together and it can wing out perfectly. And I'm just gonna go back in with every single same shade that I used on the top, and I'm gonna connect it through the bottom shadow. And then in with the dark orange. And back in with Latte. And what you want to do is make sure you don't go in too heavy, but you're just connecting the two. Now what I'm going to do is go in with the darkest shade, which is Bestie. And this is just going to be concentrated on the outer corner, slightly up into the crease and connected with down below. So before I cut the crease, I'm going to see what these highlighters are saying. I think I'm going to use Prin for my inner corner highlight and then Slay with my brow bone highlight. So I'll go in with Slay first. Oh wow. Well, that is nice. And then I'm going to go in with Prin on the inner corner. Oh, that's nice. So then I'm going to use my favourite, which is the Ingot 94 gel liner. And I'm going to use that to cut my crease. So start on the very inner corner. Then because I've got slightly hooded lids, I always open my eyes straight and then I see where my crease will be. And then I always draw my cut crease above that line. Do my And then what we're going to do is bring it down and wing it out just a teeny bit and then fade it into those darker colours. I like to use a little pencil brush and then drag those edges out. When I went to the event, I bought 3 peaches and cream pigments. This is going to be my first trial of their pigment, so I'm going to use the shade Famous, which is this beautiful gold. And I'm going to use that on top of the liner. So to make this stick, what you're going to need is an eyelash glue, otherwise it's not going to come out as bright and as pigmented as it looks in the pot. Now I've set that with the glue, I'm going to go in with the pigment. Let's see how this looks. So I added my lashes. These are again the Doll Beauty in Cher. They're my absolute favourite. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop using them. But to finish the look off, I'm going to be using a little bit of liner in my waterline, and I'm going to go back in with that darkest colour, and I'm just going to smudge it right on the lash line there just to bring the whole thing together. Again, this is the NYX pencil in Burnt Sienna. Back in with Bestie. I'm just going to go in with a really flat small brush and I'm going to run that along the lash line and just smudge it a little bit lower. I don't care, I'm just going to do it anyway. Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, and I'm going to use this to cream contour. So before I go and set my bronzer and my concealer, I'm just going to highlight with my Doll Beauty Shine Bright, as always. I'm going to go in with MAC Give Me Sun. If you want your highlighter to be more seamless, then make sure you go in after with a bronzer and a nice fluffy brush and blend it all in together. I hate when people have like a line of highlighter there. It needs to be blended. For lips, I'm going to go in with a brand new combo. So I recently got told by my best friend that this Nylon Nude by Smashbox is the best nude going, and she had it on her lips, and I just, you know when you just see that nude and you're like, how do I get something that's that nice? So I bought it and I'm yet to try it, so you guys are going to get my first impression on it. And I also just thought I'd buy a really cheap W7 lip liner. This is in Very Nude. Hopefully it turns out good. Oh my god, I love that. I think that's my new favourite. So this is the finished look, and I'm just going to let you guys know my final thoughts. So this palette is definitely one of my new favourites. I couldn't believe how pigmented the shades were. You know, you always expect that when it's come from a really well-known artist that's really good at her work, but I'm honestly, I don't know how I'm still shocked because they're just so nice. I mean, there's a little bit of fallout, but if you know what you're doing and you know you're working on clients all the time, you know what you know how to work with shadows like this. You know that that won't get in the way of your looks, so that doesn't bother me in the slightest. I think the shades are just bang on. You could create so many things with this palette. But all in all, I'm so impressed, and thank you so much to Plouise for coming out with something like this. And I know she's had a lot of stick for it. She's had a lot of hate on all social media, but you know, people are jealous. They can't compete with her, and you know, she's at the top of her game, and I absolutely admire her for this. So yeah, nice job.